Hello students, welcome to Cell Part 3. In our last session, we have gone through the structural details and overview of the cell. The cell consists of three major parts, namely the plasma membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. But in certain cases, the cell is also having the cell wall, for example in case of plant cell. While in case of eukaryotic cell, apart from three major components, it is also having certain cellular organelles. Now we will start our detailed discussion regarding the structure of cell with the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is also called as cell membrane. Now in case of the most of the cells, the plasma membrane is the outermost covering of the cell. Now this outermost covering, it separates the cellular constituents from the surrounding environment. The major feature of plasma membrane is that it is a selectively permeable membrane. Now what is meant by this selectively permeable membrane? It is a membrane which is having a selective permeability. Now this selectively permeability membrane, it allows certain substances to enter within the cell or out of the cell, while it do not allow the entry or the movement of the certain substances from the cell. Now this can be seen by two different activities that are having the key role of this plasma membrane, namely the first activity or the first major role is the diffusion and the second one is the osmosis. Because of these two activities, the main thing, that is the movement of different substances within the cell or from the cell in the surrounding environment, is restricted or it is selectively controlled by this plasma membrane. Now the first activity, that is the diffusion. Plasma membrane is a selectively permeable membrane. Now this selectively permeable membrane acts by one major activity, that is the diffusion. Now what is diffusion? Diffusion is the spontaneous movement of the molecules. What is it? It is the spontaneous movement of the substances from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. So diffusion is the spontaneous movement of substances. For example, it may be the gaseous exchange. So the process of diffusion can be defined as the spontaneous movement of substances from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. Now in case of the cell, there is the spontaneous movement of gaseous molecule, for example carbon dioxide and oxygen. Now when there is the major excretory product in case of cell, that is carbon dioxide. Now when the cell forms carbon dioxide, the carbon dioxide concentration within cell is higher, while outside environment the carbon dioxide concentration is lower. So as a result of diffusion process, there is movement of carbon dioxide molecule from the cell or within the cell towards outside environment, so that an equilibrium is attained. The movement of carbon dioxide molecule from cell to the environment continues till it is equal concentration in both the cases. Now similarly, the movement of oxygen molecule also occurs within the cell. Now when there is the lower concentration of oxygen within the cell or within the cell, the movement of oxygen from the surrounding environment in the cell occurs. So whatever the oxygen required by the cell is obtained by the process of diffusion. So in short, the process of diffusion is having a key role in the gaseous exchange, so that the cell can get the oxygen required for its different activity from the surrounding environment, as well as whatever the carbon dioxide that is formed within the cell as a process of excretion, then it releases that carbon dioxide outside the cell. So because of this selectively permeability, the movement of this gaseous molecule continues till there is an equilibrium between the cell's inner environment to the external environment. Another important activity that is exerted by the plasma membrane is the osmosis. Now the osmosis is the similar process with that of the diffusion. Now what is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from high water concentration to the lower water concentration across the semi-permeable membrane. Now here, in case of the osmosis, the movement of water molecule occurs only across the semi-permeable membrane. Here, in our case, it is plasma membrane. Now in this process of osmosis, the law of diffusion is similarly applied. That means the movement of water molecule will be carried out from higher to lower concentration of water molecule. But here it is also affected by the amount of substances that are dissolved or present in the water molecule or water. Now this can be explained by suspending a plant cell or an animal cell in 3 different kind of suspensions or the solutions. Now here these 3 different solutions are, either it may have the water concentration more than the cell, more than the environment, or it will be similar. So the first case is the hypotonic solution. Now in case of hypotonic solution, the concentration of water molecule surrounding the cell is higher. That means here the solution is dilute. In the second case, the amount of water molecule is similar in case of external environment as well as within the cell. That means the solution is isotonic. In the third case, the amount or the concentration of water molecule in the surrounding environment is lower. In that case, it is known as hypertonic. That means the solution or the suspension surrounding the cell is concentrated. Now in general, there is the free movement of water molecules across the plasma membrane, but it is controlled by the amount of water molecules that are present. Now in case of hypotonic solution, the movement of water molecule is from outside to the inside of cell. So it will result in the swelling of the cell, because the amount of water molecule that is moving within the cell is higher than that of the movement of water molecule from the cell. Now in case of isotonic suspension, there will be no net movement from inside to outside or outside to inside. Even though there is free movement, there will be an equilibrium between the inside water concentration as well as outside. So there will be no change in the cell. Now in the last case, that is in the hypertonic solution, as the water concentration outside the cell is lower, there will be movement of water molecule from the cell towards the outside environment. So the movement of water molecule from inside the cell to the outside environment will be higher than that of the movement of water molecule towards the cell. As a result of this, there will be shrinking of the cell. So as a result of the effect of water molecule movement, the cell may be either swollen, or there will be no change, or it will shrink because of the process of osmosis. So the movement of water molecule is controlled by the semi-permeable membrane, that is plasma membrane. So the process of osmosis is the special case of diffusion. Now this process of osmosis can be clearly explained by very simple experiment or activity in your laboratory. Either you can use the dried raisins or the apricots, or you can use the de-shelled egg. Now the shell of the egg is made up of mainly calcium carbonate. So by simply suspending the egg within the dilute hydrochloric acid suspension will remove the shell. Now such deshelled egg is suspended in first case in the pure water, and in second case it is suspended in the salt water, or it is suspended in the concentrated solution. In the first case, you will observe that when this deshelled egg is suspended, after few minutes it will be swollen. Now here, because of the process of osmosis, the water concentration outside the egg will be higher. So the water molecule will move within the egg and the egg will swollen. While in another case, the water molecule will move from egg towards the outside and there will be shrinkage of egg. Similar results are obtained when the resins are suspended in the different concentration of sugar solution. Now the plasma membrane is structurally made up of three major components, namely proteins, lipids and the carbohydrates. But the actual structure of the plasma membrane can be observed only under electron microscope. Now one more thing regarding the plasma membrane is that it is having the flexibility. Now because of this flexibility of plasma membrane, the organisms like amoeba are able to engulf the nutrient from surrounding environment by a specific process known as endocytosis. So before ending our today's session, let's have a small recap regarding the plasma membrane. That is the important point. Now the plasma membrane is the outermost layer. It separates the cell internal from the surrounding environment. The major factor is that it is a selectively permeable membrane and it carries out this function by two processes, that is diffusion and osmosis. By the process of diffusion, it is responsible for the gaseous exchange across the plasma membrane, and by the process of osmosis, it is responsible for the movement of water molecules. The major thing is that the plasma membrane is made up of proteins, lipids and also the carbohydrates. It is having the flexibility, and this flexibility enables the plasma membrane for the intake of nutrients by the process of endocytosis. Like, share and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to press the bell button and also follow my Insta page.